Hi Taurus, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. This is Dane, and I am going to be doing your February 1st to the 15th, 2021 reading for you. Now I ask if this reading resonates with you, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and also to subscribe to my channel. And if you would like to be notified whenever I upload new videos, and I upload all the time, just hit the bell notification button. And if you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will all be listed and linked in the description box below. Now, before we begin this reading and clear the energy space, a reminder not to respond to anybody who solicits you in the comment box pretending to be me offering you a reading. That is a fraud, that is a scam. Do not correspond with them. Okay, fantastic. Now let's clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds. Letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as you enter into this safe and loving space. Now let's let the bowl sing as we see what the tarot has to say. Taurus, February 1st to the 15th, 2021, Taurus. 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 Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly, guide this reading, and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly, guide this reading, and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Fantastic. And let's see what your chakra cards have to say, what your chakra energy is for this time. And this is going to be the place where things would need just a little bit of work, a little bit like you're a little bit stuck there. The energy isn't flowing as nicely as you would like it. Okay. So Taurus, February 1st to the 15th, 2021, Taurus. February 1st to the 15th, 2021, Taurus. February 1st to the 15th, 2021, Taurus. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Fantastic, these three. So we're starting here with psychic development. Your instinct's going to be just a little bit off because you are going to be stepping into a time when your instinct is astoundingly powerful. So just be a little bit mindful of things as you're listening to Spirit, because you can find that this time with Mercury retrograde, with, with so much that is going on, that you can be swayed by other people. And Spirit is really saying here with the third eye chakra, listen to me. Listen to me and listen to the way that you're moving forward. Like, listen to how I am guiding you, like what I am saying. Because there's going to be a time here that you can be very easily swayed by other people. So that starts off with the third eye chakra. And then we have the soul star chakra located 6 inches above your crown, soul's healing. There is going to be a great big, it's a great big healing that comes forward. There's like this shift that you are going into during this time, but you're going to feel, and it can be the time of year, especially if you live in a colder climate in the northern hemisphere. It's cold, it's dank, it's dreary in February, and it can be that you feel a little bit blue, a little bit sensitive, and you don't feel the healing coming forward the way that you want it to. And this is really starting to embrace the energy that is around you, like really starting to get in contact with your body, with your soul, with what you need to nourish you. And then you're going to find that the healing really does step forward, and that you step forward in that healing and in that grace. And then we have, holistic health. Okay, that makes so much sense. Holistic health is the root chakra. This is being your holistic self, being very true to you during this time. And you can find it hard because you can sit there and be like, oh, I don't want other people to judge me. I don't want people to get mad at me. I don't want to say the wrong thing or offend anybody. And here it's like, be your authentic self. Don't worry so much. Worry builds worry. And it's like being on a hamster wheel. You never quite get anywhere with it. Here, it's also saying, take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. Go back to nature. And it can be going for walks outside. It can be, sitting in the sun. But it can also be looking at your diet, looking at what you drink, and really paying attention to the food that you put in and your body's reaction to that food. I'm finding it right now to be astoundingly helpful. And I just started a food diary, and I didn't like the idea. I thought, I'm going to have to write down everything I eat. That seems rude. But then I if it can help me, see what's hurting me, see, where I need to work on, then if it's for my gut health, absolutely I should do it. And so here, that's what Spirit's saying with the holistic health, with the root chakra. At the root of ourselves is the fuel that we put in it, the energy that we surround ourselves with. And this is, embracing your holistic truth, your healing, beautiful truth that guides you forward. And it's going to be a bit hard because you're going to sit there and say, oh, why can't I treat myself? And oh, why can't I do this? And why can't I do that? Because it's because you want you to be fueled as powerfully and as brilliantly as possible during this time and for the rest of your life, to be strong, to be confident, to be bountiful. And you're going to find that things start dragging you down. You'll have certain reactions to food that you think, oh, that's silly, or oh, that's in my head, or, oh, I'm making things up, or energy that is around you. And you're not. You're just really, really sensitive to things. And you have to take that seriously, even if other people don't. And that's a them problem, not a you problem. Now, the left-hand side is your inner self. The middle is your heart, your emotional self. The right-hand side, the public arena, the public self. So we have the Knight of Wands, fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. The Four of Swords. The Page of Pentacles, that's you coming through as a student. The Queen of Swords, air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. But it's also you being a warrior, taking control, taking action. You have the Four of Cups, the repeat of the number 4, reiterates what your chakra message is telling us, that you need to take care of you. You need to kind of honor your temple, honor your soul. The Queen of Cups, the repeat of the Queens. This is a time to really turn inward, to be the director of your life. You don't have to be center stage like a king does. With the Queen of Cups, water sign energy, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. The Two of Cups, healing. The Queen of Wands, third queen, that's awesome. That's divinity now blessing you as this divine leader of your soul. We have the Seven of Cups, the Page of Swords, the Devil, which is Capricorn energy, time frame December 22nd to January 19th, and you have the Emperor, which is Aries energy, time frame March 21st to April 19th. And it's very funny because in the public arena, people see you as somebody who rules, somebody who knows exactly what it is that they want, somebody who's astoundingly competent, confident, comes in, knows what they're saying, makes friends with everybody, has this connection. And you're going to see yourself as somebody very quiet, very much, wanting to look at things, understand things deeper. And so there is going to be this juxtaposition of energy that people see you as and that you see you as. Okay, so we're starting off here with the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands, fire sign energy. This is really amplifying. You begin with being a knight. You end with being an emperor. This is a time of conquering your dreams, moving forward. This is a time of saying, this is what I want and this is what I'm going after. So this is very much the energy of this time. And you can, because you're very focused on the earthly plane. And there's nothing wrong with that at all. But you're very focused on meeting your goals, going after your dreams, setting things up. Schedules are going to be really important to you, or, order and structure and everything like that. And it can become a little bit rigid, a little bit too rigid. Now, having structure is always a good thing, but sitting there and being too rigid will take away the creative energy that you really need to embrace, enjoy, and just embody during this time. So here you have the Knight of Wands. You have this passion, this fire, this brilliance that's moving you forward. You have this want to kind of dance free, to run free, to be who it is that you want to be. But what's holding you back is the fact that for so many of you Taurians, you're not honoring the struggle that you've been through. You're condemning yourself for the struggle that you've been through. Oh, I can never, have the life that I wanted. I messed up too many times. I don't follow through. I've been addicted to too long, or my temper's too hot, or, I get too stubborn with things. Just 1.5 million different reasons why you shouldn't. People always said I would never. And now you're going to start to see that that was all a lie. Yes, you've had struggles. Absolutely. Absolutely. But they've been your own battles. There is a reason for everything. Why did you have to go through it? Sometimes we will not know till the very end of our lives why. But here it is looking at the struggles, the hardships, the pains, the disappointments. And instead of saying, you really should have known better and not gotten yourself into that situation, or not have been, born that way, or whatever it is, especially if it's something that you cannot control, or if it's somebody who just got mad at you for being you, you're going to find it to be very, very overwhelming. And this is a time where you look at all that pain and all that sorrow and all that hardship, and instead of becoming mad at yourself, you honor everything that you have been through, every hurdle that you have overcome, the fact that you didn't run away, the fact that you stood your ground within your life and said, this is me. This is who I am. I claim my life, my soul, myself. I move forward in this fire, in this passion, in this brilliance, but I have to honor what I have been through. It's honoring our history, but it's also not making our history our everyday reality. It's like, yes, I went through it. Yes, I doubted myself. Yes, I was angry. Yes, I was overwhelmed. Yes, I was born with disabilities, or, I didn't get the same head start that everybody else did. But I am me, and I am proud of me. And I have never once been a mistake in my whole entire life. I am purposeful, and I am divinely blessed. You have stardust running through your veins. Okay? You have the God's head hidden within you. Now it's time to honor that. And also pay homage to everything that you've been through, everything that you've overcome, and every dream that you have. It leads you to the Page of Pentacles. It leads you to being a student of your prosperity, of your bounty, of your brilliance, of what it is that you desire, of where it is that you want to be. You're finding that inner enlightenment. Okay, with the positioning of the feet, it's bringing in enlightenment. It's calling forward power. But you're also sitting there and not being stuck in the way things have to be. You find it to actually be very frustrating during this time to say, oh, this is the way things always are. This is the way things have to be. This is what exactly I want. And you can't add any imagination, any creativity to it. That's going to stifle you. there needs to be a creative outlet, or there needs to be a bigger long-term goal that you are working towards, so that if you have somebody who's all about the minutia, all about the control, you can sit there and in your mind's eye see what you are planning for, see the future that you want, and know that today you are moving one step closer towards that future. But it's also being a student of the interconnectedness of your prosperity, of where the world will lead you, of how the world will lead you forward. And that's where you become a warrior of your truth, a warrior of what you desire, a warrior of where you need to be. You're sitting there and saying, I am not held back anymore. I am fiery, I am determined, I am smart, I am able. And you might find yourself kind of distancing yourself from others during this time, sitting there and saying, no, I'm not going to get caught up in the nonsense. I'm not going to get caught up in the pettiness. I have goals. I have dreams. This is the time that I'm cutting through the nonsense. I'm cutting through the despair. I'm cutting through the anger, and I'm going after those dreams. And as you do so, again, you might find yourself being a bit detached. People might also, because the Emperor is never really the best friend. It's always the person who's leading things. So you might get people saying, oh, you're not being like you usually are, or, oh, you think you're better than us, type of deal. They're misreading your energy. They're misreading you. What you are doing here is you're setting yourself up for victory. What you're doing here is being guided by the student that you are. And that's at your heart as you heal, as you take in your wisdom. You're crowning yourself with determination, with passion, with the reason for getting out of bed in the morning, with what you want from life. And you're saying, if not now, then when? If not me, then who? Why cannot I have what it is that I dream of? And that starts to lead you to this place where you kind of, it's not viciously, but though Spirit is giving me this word, but you fiercely fight for what it is that you know is right within your life. And that can make people think that you're aloof. That can make people think that you think yourself better than them. That's their problem. It's not yours. You are looking at your truth. Be respectful, be kind, but know that you have greater goals ahead of you. You will find yourself shifting away from things, especially if you really embrace that holistic health. You embrace the spiritual healing that is around you. You know that it's coming forward, and you listen to Spirit, because these are the areas where the blockages are, because these are the areas that your soul needs to sing in. So your root chakra, your soul star chakra, your third eye chakra, they're begging to be heard. And what you're doing during this time is you're embracing the passion, the power, and you're starting to listen. And this isn't getting too much in your own mind, because it will be very easy to be too much in your own mind, to be too kind of caught up in the shoulda, coulda, wouldas. Everything needs to be this certain way or that certain way. Here, it's kind of like, let yourself go with the current. Let yourself see what happens. Let yourself open up your eyes. Look at things differently. Embrace the power that is around you. And be surprised, because you're going to see within your heart that divinity is handing you a blessing that you hadn't expected. And actually, when you get this blessing, it's not going to look like a blessing. You're going to get frustrated. You're going to get overwhelmed with it. You're going to look at it and say, one more thing on my plate? Seriously? This is what I needed right now? And it's going to be later on down the road. It might be 4 months, it might be 4 years, which I know sounds like a really long time. But it's going to be then that you start to see why you had to go through this now. And yes, it sounds ridiculous, but it is powerful. There are things in our lives that we sit there, and when we're going through them, it's like walking through hell. It's like walking through fire. And you think, I didn't deserve this. I'm a good person. I try to help people out. I try to do my best. I didn't deserve this. Or I didn't know that making this one mistake, heading down this path once, would change the course of my whole entire life, would lead me into this hole. Like, what the heck is going on? You start to see that there's this little tiny light that is guiding you. This little tiny voice within your head that says, breathe. I love you. Connect with me. Listen. And you start listening not to all the chatter in your mind, but to your spirit guides, to your angels, to divinity. And it can be hard at first, because you're taking gifts in that don't necessarily look like gifts. And this isn't saying, in no way, shape, or form, Spirit's saying, make this clear, Dane, to be anybody's doormat, to be the person that people walk all over and say, oh, it's going to wind up being a gift. No, This is saying that as things come your way, and the Four of Cups, the fourth cup, will just come your way. And it'll be something that you have to juggle. It'll be something that you have to look at. It'll be something that is beautiful, but doesn't necessarily seem beautiful. Or because you're so overwhelmed, you can't see the beauty of it. But it's made by the fingers of angels. It's made by the fingers of gods. And here, it's going to bless you. And it's going to move you forward. And it's going to have you looking back and saying, wow, why didn't I think of this before? Or why didn't I see this before? What stopped me? What held me from the place that I needed to be? And you're going to find that as you accept this gift, you accept the Queen of Cups. You accept a healing, beautiful love. You accept a power. You accept a blessing. You start to see that you are the ruler of your heart, of your life. And I love that in the inner self, you have the Queen of Swords. And in your heart, you have the Queen of Cups right now. You also have the Queen, of course, of Wands. But the Queen of Cups is the heart. The Queen of Swords is the mind. And sometimes it feels like never these two shall meet. Emotions are emotions, logic is logic. And that is just that. But when they coexist, okay? When they collaborate together, that is when we start to find wisdom. I very much believe that we are emotional beings, meaning that emotional reactions are much easier to have than logical reactions, and that our emotions tell us a lot more about ourselves than our conditioning does. Because we're conditioned a certain way, like this is how you're supposed to behave to be a civilized, good human being. But we'll have instant reactions to things that tell us who we really are. It's kind of like when you're working somewhere or when you're with a partner and you know it's time to leave, but you're kind of like, oh, will I ever find anything better? Like, will life improve if I leave? But there's just this urge. There's just this feeling where I have to move on. Here, it's starting to listen to this and saying, why? What's going on? And you start exploring. And that's what's going to be like for you during this time, is that you're embracing this feeling that I have to move forward, I have to change, I have to embrace something more, there's something greater out there. But it's always going to feel just out of reach at times. And this is where you start to say, I'm the ruler of my own existence. Nobody else will listen to me but me. So I'm going to lead my life forward in the most powerful, prosperous, abundant way. The Queen of Cups knows that they rule nobody else but them. Knows that she only has control over herself. I don't care how little the child is, they still have free will, they will still do what they want. Adults are worse because they'll say yes and they'll do their own thing anyway. And so here, it's not setting up the expectations for others. It's setting up the expectation for you. And it's saying, with hands held up to receive the healing energy, with the flow of the energy within me, powerful and blessed and perfect, I embrace the healing path that I am on. I embrace the truth that is coming in. I set myself free from condemning myself for the road that I have walked and starting to love the person that I am now. Mistakes and all. Because you're not a mistake. You are purposefully and beautifully made. You walk with the power of divinity behind you. And there's greatness to you. In your love, in your compassion. And there's even greatness in the anger and in the frustration that we feel. It's learning how to harness it that makes things better. It's when we get upset, getting upset, having to excuse ourselves from the situation, saying, fine, that's it, you're right, great, I'm going. And then stepping back and saying, why did I get so upset? Why was my ego hurt from this? It takes a bit to get there, most definitely, and you'll relapse, most definitely. But there's a healing power here that is moving you forward and embraces the Two of Cups. It embraces healing, beautiful love. It embraces this sense of power, this sense of coming together, this sense of deeper understanding, this sense of there is more than I imagined, leading me forward, guiding me to where I need to be, looking me in the eye, looking at my souls and my desires and everything that I am and everything that I want to be. Because a lot of times, we don't believe that we're worthy of healing. We made too many mistakes. It took us too long. We're too old. It didn't happen when I wanted it to happen, so it's never going to happen for me. And those are lies. Divinity didn't give you a timeline. They didn't say you have to achieve this by this time or else it's over. There are many different ways that blessings come into our lives. Sometimes we get fixated on one way, and that one way may have a clock to it, a biological clock or whatever, but it doesn't mean that it's over. It means that it changes the way the blessing can come into your life. Here, there is acceptance. Acceptance of who you are, acceptance of who you were. There's healing in touch, in love, in truth. And there's abundance that guides you into something greater than you thought you could be. You start to heal. And it's not because things become easier, but it's because your mind becomes clearer. And as this healing comes in, there's a freedom that follows you. There's a grace that overcomes you. There's a brilliance that is a part of you. And it moves you. It moves you to being this joyous queen right here, with the candles around her and the black cat by her lap. Laughter and joy and magic and brilliance and fire in the palm of her hands. Here, this queen surrenders. Here, this queen rejoices. And before the surrender, there was the contemplation. There was the understanding. There was the asking. And there was the seeing. So you embrace. You embrace your power. You embrace your truth. You open your soul up to what seems impossible. Because it seems impossible, Taurus. There is fire here, though. There is passion within you. Now, this passion doesn't mean that it has to make you millions. It doesn't mean that everybody on the block has to ooh and ah over the fanciest whatevers. What it means is that it lights your soul. It brings a glow to your complexion. It brings a sparkle to your eyes. It brings you happiness. And you're allowed to be happy. Life is difficult enough, okay? We get thrown curveballs all the time. And if last year didn't prove that to us, then nothing will, of course. But here, there is fire, there is determination, there is brilliance, and there is truth. Here, this is why you get out of bed in the morning. This is rolling up your sleeves. This is going after what you dream of, what you want, what you need. And this is saying, I'm lighting that fire. Nobody else will light it for me. It's very, what is it? They were the priestess in ancient Rome. And they had to keep the Vestal virgins there. That's what they were. And they had to keep the fire going, or else Rome would fall, right? That was the belief. And here, it's keeping those fires burning, or else you will fall. Meaning keeping your eye on the passion, keeping your eye on the light, keeping your eye on your next step, on the beautiful surroundings that you are walking in. Keeping your eye on your here and on your now, not on your past, not in your future, but in the here and now. It's not saying don't plan for your future because that's important, but it's saying look at what it is that you desire. Look at what it is that you need and let it shine. And do not let that spark go out of you. Because when we doubt the spark, when we sit there and say, I can't be that successful, it's like when we start to have success come in and we go, oh, well, that's just wrong. Did you not know that I was a failure? Like, I've been told I was a failure my whole entire life. Now the world is starting to show me that I'm a success? Oh, no. No, I can prove you wrong. I can doubt this. I can push this away. And so we do. We do something as silly as pushing away success. We find somebody who likes us for who we are, not who they can make us or who they want us to be. And then it could be like, oh no, did you not know that I was broken? Did you not know that I was told that I was unlovable? And we'll chase after the person who says, oh, you're beautiful, you're wonderful, treats us really well for a short period of time, and then treats us like garbage. Why? Because we are following the void, the darkness. We're not letting the light shine through. And here with the Queen of Wands, it's a sense of rolling up your sleeves because you're lighting your world on fire and it's coming from your palms. It's moving forward in your determination and in your passion because your world, your heart wants passion. Now, it can be romantic passion. It could be having passion within your life, a purpose within your existence. This is your time. This is your time. And it is not too late. And it will never be too late. And so you move to the public arena and you move towards your dreams. You move towards what your heart desires, to the world that your mind has made. And a lot of times with this world that we make within our minds, we think, oh no, I couldn't possibly live it. I couldn't possibly bring it forward because the world will ruin it. The world will start to make me doubt myself, will start to make me, hate my dreams, start to corrupt my dreams, make it what they want it to be. And I'll not have it anymore. The Seven of Cups is saying, bring your dreams into the world. Bring confidence into yourself. Stand in your power. Stand in your grace. You will fall and you will fail. But you will rise and you will succeed and you will change and you will morph and you will become something so much greater than you thought you could be. And your dreams will morph and change with you, will become more powerful than they were when you locked them away within your subconscious or within your conscious mind, visiting them every now and then when you need a little pick-me-up, when you need to know that this isn't all there ever is going to be. But now it's time to bring those dreams forward. Now it's time to bring that passion into your existence, into yourself, igniting you, guiding you, leading you. Your public arena is ruled by dreams. This is a time where people might say, oh, you're a dreamer. Or you also have this war between wanting to embrace your dreams, wanting to go after what your soul says, and also wanting to be astoundingly practical. Sitting there and having a plan that cannot fail. And as your dreams rise, your energy vibration rises, your truth rises, your essence rises. Okay? So people are going to first want to be around you, yes, but also second, there are going to be those people who want to knock you down. Who the heck do you think you are? You think you can have this in your life? You think you can be successful? You think you can be bountiful? Absolutely not. Because if I don't get to live my dream, neither do you. People are petty. People are hate-filled. People get frustrated. People get overwhelmed. People look at their worlds falling down around them through no fault of their own and rage. And so here, when you start to live your dream, you will be met with opposition that has nothing to do with you. But what you are doing here is you are becoming a student of your mind. You are finding inspiration where others find problems or doubts or fear. You're going to start to see yourself elevated by ideas. You're going to start to see that knowledge is a tremendous power of yours. The way you accumulate, the way it stimulates you, the way it moves you forward, the way you start to see things differently. It raises you up. But what happens is as you're being raised up, the devil energy right here wants to keep you a puppet on the string, doubting, fearing, saying, oh no, I can't. It's the energy of addiction. It's, substance addiction. It's addiction to not being enough. It's the monster in our closet. It's the depression that sweeps over us, even when we're riding that high. It's that doubt that makes you think, even if you're successful, don't get too successful. Don't think this will last forever. Wait for the next shoe to drop. Wait for it to all fall apart. It will fall apart. It always falls apart for you, doesn't it? And this is a time to say, enough is enough. You're raising yourself up. You're looking at your dreams. You're being a student of your soul. You have 3 queens in your corner. And yet it's wanting to be taken all away. Because life is hard and it is unfair. And you'll go through pains and struggles, and there will be times where you just sit there, kind of jaw on the floor, watching everything you worked for, broken, shattered. And it hurts. There's one thing about life. It hurts. There are highs, where there are beautiful moments and things seem to be working out and everything seems to be okay. And then, when you think you're safe, you can even just be hit by your own personal anxiety. And life hurts again. The devil knows. And it's funny, in ancient times, the devil is a conglomeration of of forest gods. The devil was chaos. The forest is chaos. Because no matter if you plant your flower garden, nature doesn't care. The weeds will grow, the grass will grow in there, and it'll be like, well, you want tomatoes? Well, I want weeds. And so here, you're going to see that natural chaos wants to take over. And chaos is fear, and chaos is doubt, and chaos is darkness of mind, and chaos is addiction. And here what you're looking at is that desire for freedom. To be swept off your feet by ideas. To not let fear have that stranglehold over you. And it will want to. It really will want to. And so as you're looking at what you want within yourself, this is going to be your greatest battle. This doubt, this anger, this self-sabotage. Because we can be our own devils in our lives. The one who, sits there and starts thinking about all the different ways that they can fail as they start to succeed, and then makes that a self-fulfilling prophecy. Starts to let the temper get the best of them, starts to, fall back into substances because, everything is stressful and everything is overwhelming. Don't keep yourself in a corner, letting somebody else pull the strings. It's time to seize and be your own puppet master and be kind to yourself. This is what the holistic health is about. This is what the opening of the third eye chakra and the psychic development is about. Is that you need to connect with your angels and with your spirit guides. You need to open up that door. Because there needs to be this power that leads you forward. That says, okay, stop. And you stop. And you don't know why, but a voice in your head said stop. And you're starting to listen to divinity, and so you stop. And you look and you listen. And it's kind of like, get out of the darkness. Get out of the doubt. Get out of the fear. And claim your throne. Be the emperor. The emperor is not perfect. But the emperor simply says, nobody else gets to rule my life but me. I get to claim that throne. I get to know that truth. The emperor is force and purpose and fire and determination. Aries is the god of war. The god of war is the general that leads the troops. They cannot show fear. They cannot show doubt. And so when this comes in, you stand firm. And you say, oh no. Oh no, I've been there. I've done that. And you know what? Not that enjoyable. To doubt and hate and fear. I get to be something more. And as you reject it, it comes back. And as you reject it, it comes back. Until you shatter the darkness that was around you. The fear, the looking at the eye of the storm and saying, you don't get to. I'm not that scared, lost person anymore. I get to be stronger than this because I'm leading my army. Your army right now of queens. Your army of passion and of truths, of students, of desires, of knowledge, of prosperity. You're leading you. And it brings you now to the energies that you have to be mindful of during this time. What are the energies that Taurus has to be mindful of during, February 1st to the 15th, 2021? What are the energies that Taurus has to be mindful of February 1st to the 15th, 2021? Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Fantastic, these three. So we start off with the one that fell out, the Prince of Swords. The Prince of Swords, air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. This is energy of, I cannot wait. I have to go after it now. Excuse me. There is a need for you to stop and think a moment before you charge forward. This energy is energy of chaos. This energy is energy of frustration. This is like, I need to have it now. I've waited too long. I'm going after it. That is that. And so you charge forward, but you don't think it through. And this isn't just you. This is people around you. These are things where it's like, it has to be done right now. You need to step back. If you have those moments where it's like, it has to be done now. It cannot wait. Go, go, go. step back. It's going to be the last thing that you want to do. It's going to be the first thing that you need to do, is step back. See where that person is coming from. See where that energy is coming from. See where that fear is coming from. Look at it. Take a moment. Say, give me 5 minutes, or give me 10 minutes, or give me a half an hour, or however long you need just to contemplate. Don't make any rash decisions during this time, because there's going to be something very blazingly important that you're going to have missed because you got too caught up in somebody else's excitement of things, or in your own excitement of things. And then we have the Princess of Pentacles, which is the Page of Pentacles in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck. Earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This is being very hesitant around money, around prosperity. This can also be being very immature around money, kind of looking at things. Some people thinking that they're richer than they are, okay, acting like they have all the money in the world, and they don't. This is a sense of looking at things and being like, well, I have it. I'd rather keep it than plant my seeds. So this is somebody who isn't evolving, okay, who is stagnant. And Spirit is very much saying here, they don't want you to become stagnant. It's time to plant the seeds, to look at things diversely, to sit there and kind of reevaluate. And as you reevaluate, you re-embrace you. You embrace your power, you embrace your understanding, but you have to step back and look at things in a different way. And you have to look at your blessings, because you're not going to see them as blessings. And there's going to be more than enough people to say to you, oh no, those aren't blessings. Oh no, you're mistaken. Oh no, you couldn't possibly. And that's going to be something that you need to kind of, it's not rage against, but push back from. It's like, oh, but yes, I can. People make their livings in this world in the oddest ways, right? And it's time here to stop saying, oh no, I have no talent, or you're right, that's ridiculous. And say, why not give it a shot? Why not start it off as a hobby? Why not see where this leads me? Why not look and invest my time and my effort to grow this seed within me and see what happens? And it brings you then to the Lord. So you have the Lord here with the Emperor, okay? And now you have the Lord here. This is overpowering energy. This is the energy of becoming too stubborn, too fixated, too serious. And it's the energy that's going to sit there and be like, it has to be done just like this. There's no other way. You can't possibly imagine, or no, the person around you can't possibly imagine another way forward. And this is a stifling of creativity, which you have to be very mindful of. This is also somebody trying to micromanage you, take away your power, all right? And also there's something here about a sense of your energy vibration being threatening to another person. Like they might see this as a challenge, or you think you're better than me sort of thing. So just be mindful of that. Yeah. Okay. So let's go deeper. Taurus, February 1st to the 15th, 2021 Taurus. February 1st to the 15th, 2021 Taurus. February 1st to the 15th, 2021 Taurus. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides. Show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Fantastic. The Six of Wands, the Emperor. Once again, you now have gotten the Emperor in all the decks that have the Emperor in it. So that is really interesting. Be be very mindful of Aries energy around you. It will be your greatest blessing, and it can also be your greatest challenge during this time. And then you have another 6, the 6 of Pentacles. 6 is the most loving, nurturing number, so that's beautiful. The 4 of Pentacles, Temperance, which is Sagittarius energy, time frame November 22nd to December 21st. The 3 of Wands, a new horizon, a new dawn. The Ace of Wands, the 9 of Wands, and the Page of Wands. So you're definitely taking your gift, but there's a sense of everybody else's opinion, everybody else's words coming at you, and that's what's over the devil. It's like everybody else, everything else, all the world, and it becomes a bit too much. Interesting. So we have here the 6 of Wands. The 6 of Wands is celebration. The 6 of Wands is good luck. It's beauty. It's moving forward. It's saying, this is what I want. This is the power. This is the brilliance of me. As you embrace the night, as you look at everything that you have been through, everything that you have overcome, every failure, yes, but also every blessing. And you start to see the power, the beauty of where you are now. You start to see yourself moving forward, not in... So for some, you might sit there and think, I'm not in beauty now. You know, I'm struggling, I'm overwhelmed. This can't be the best that it's ever been, because it's not. It's horrible. And why would I celebrate myself? Because I'm going through this. The 6 of Wands is saying that even in the darkest of situations, there is something beautiful about you. There just is, Taurus. There is something to celebrate. You might not have your dream job, but you put your effort, your time, your pride into the job that you have. And you also take time to look, to study, to learn, to move towards the job that you want to have. But you're calling in prosperity. You're calling in bounty. You might not have the relationship that you want, or have a relationship at all. And you're looking at the world, and everything is closed down, and you're like, great, how the heck am I supposed to meet somebody? You know, how the heck am I supposed to, have the joy back into my life? It's starting to celebrate you. It's starting to praise you for the good things that you do, instead of only beating yourself up over the bad things. And it's starting to see beauty, where once there was only regret and sorrow and upset and disappointment. And here, it's like the best way to describe the 6 of Wands is that boss that celebrates, instead of having everybody scatter when they come in. It's being that boss for you. Do you want your soul to be the boss that everybody loves to be around, or the boss that nobody wants to talk to? Because you are an emperor. You are a ruler. There is such power to you. And that, yes, it's over you right here. This power, this passion, this fire, this brilliance, this truth. This is like the Eternal Father, okay? Now, you may or may not have had a good relationship with your father, but this is a power. This is the connection with the sacred masculine. This is the leading of the armies within your life, the kind of siege on your happiness, the power that you need to move forward with force and determination and focus and truth, the opening up of doors, the power of your mind, the power of yourself. This is that fiery truth coming forward. This is also very much telling you, don't give in to your temper, okay? There can be times where the stubbornness kicks in, the determination kicks in, and the temper can run high. Step back in those moments and don't let your temper get away from you, okay? Just a warning. Also, if you're working with somebody who is very forceful, very determined, or this could be a partner, don't engage if they get upset. Don't sit there and have a big argument, because things will be said that just can't be unsaid. Step back and let there be time to cool off. Let there be time to center. Because you have here the 6 of Pentacles. The Six of Pentacles is saying things need to be balanced. And that's what you're starting to see yourself fighting for. It's not for everything to be perfect. It's not for anything like that. It's like, I just want things to be balanced. I just want it to feel like I'm not being pulled in 500,000 directions. I just want it to feel like I don't have to escape, or like I don't want to escape. I want my life to be serene and powerful. And it's very interesting that you're embracing, that you're embracing this serenity through a warrior's path. So it's through discipline and exercise and a ferocity of spirit. You're not going to be a meek little wallflower, okay? Taurus, not during this time, and quite frankly, not ever in your life. You're not very good at that. But and I love that about you guys, but there's this brilliance to you. There's a sense of people have been taking, okay? People have been taking and taking and taking. And you're at your last nerve. You're kind of done with being everybody's doormat, or, being taken advantage of. And so here, it's like, I cannot give unless there's balance. I will not take unless it's fair, type of thing. But this is also saying, like, if you say, I will not take unless it's fair, you also have to make sure that it's fair to you, not just to everybody else, but also to yourself. And so the balance comes in your inner self. It's like, you need to be more balanced. You need to set clear boundaries for those around you so that the relationship can be more balanced. Because you have vampiric energy here. Now, this is balancing around money. You can see kind of money come in and go out as quickly as it comes in. This can be around things that you value as much as money, your time, your energy, everything like that. There's vampiric energy here. This is vampiric energy over the gifts that are coming in, over the healing of the self and the embracing of the truth of who you are and where it is that you want to be. The Four of Pentacles, for me, is the vampiric energy. It's the leeches. It's the ones that sit there and make you not look at the gifts that are coming in because you're too busy feeling drained and feeling tired and feeling fatigued and, thinking, oh my gosh, if I can just get through today, if I can just get through this, then that'll be okay. And that could be the going goal. It's like, not can I thrive, but can I simply survive? And that's hard. That's a really hard place to be. But there's also a sense here of power through embracing your truth, through looking at things openly and honestly for yourself, and to seeing the energy that is draining you and saying, no, I don't get to be covered in leeches anymore. I just don't. I get to move forward. And it's so interesting because you're moving forward, you're going after something, and then it's like this kind of holds you back. And what you're going to do here is like, you're just going to kind of battering ram it. But it's through emotional strength, it's through a healing, it's through a coming together. And it brings temperance, it brings balance through this healing, through this embrace of the heart, through your heart speaking to you in ways, Taurus, that it hasn't spoken to you before, in ways that bring a harmony that seemed forgotten, in ways that have you look at things and you're like, oh, is that what I needed? Like, is that what I wanted? Is that where I needed to be? And the temperance is the balance. The temperance is the harmony. The temperance is the truth. And you're seeing that within your heart, your soul, yourself. That's what you're healing towards. This balance within being, this power within you. And it brings you to new horizons. It brings you to looking at your passion and what you desire and that burning fiery light and saying, there's more out there than I realized. There's more out there than I knew. There's power and there's brilliance and there's beauty and there's success. And now it's time for me to embrace my luck, for me to see what it is that I desire, to not let fear or doubt or anger or despair hold me back anymore. Because even if it feels like it's one step forward and two steps back, that one step forward becomes sacred movement. Keep on moving. It doesn't matter how long it takes. We as human beings think it does. We think that there's an expiration date to everything. There isn't. As long as you're moving towards your goals, as long as you're embracing your heart, your love, your soul, you're heading in the direction of divinity. You're claiming that power. Let your stardust be your guide. Okay? Let the stars guide you. Because you have here the Ace of Wands. Fire and passion and truth and determination and brilliance, the smallest things, because you have that little mouse right there, become the greatest joys. And it's as you embrace your dreams, as you become a student of your mind and your inspiration. But then you have everybody else, everything else coming at you. And it's coming at you. And you're like, I've been through so much already. It has been such a long, hard, tiresome battle. Why? Why do I have to keep on embracing this? Why do I have to keep on fighting this? The Nine of Wands is saying that you have fought a good fight, and you always do. Now it is time not to listen to everybody else, but to simply listen to you. To sit there and say, I've come so far. I will keep on succeeding. I will keep on achieving. I will keep on embracing. And nobody else's path gets to dictate the glory of mine. This is building a wall between you and the outside world and saying, now I move in my truth and in my grace. And it brings you to the Page of Wands. It brings you to being a student of your insight and your ideas. But the devil, okay, everything else that comes at you, excuse me, from the outside world will try to choke your success. Will try to sit there and say, you just can't do it. And I don't understand why you try. That is a lie. There is power, there is brilliance, and there is force to you. Embrace it. Not in the way that everybody has to do what you say, but in the way that you become a student of being the general of your life. You become the student of embracing your prosperity and success and abundance. You look at things differently. You can be a bit wily at times. You use your smarts, you use your cunning, you use your mind, your fire, your passion to live your truth, to say, but this is where I want to be. This is where I need to be. This is the power of me. Let's see what your spirit animals have to say. Taurus, February 1st to the 15th, 2021, Taurus. February 1st to the 15th, 2021, Taurus. February 1st to the 15th, 2021, Taurus. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Spirit is saying, before I turn anything over, that there's a melody to things. There's going to be a melody, a rhythm to your words, to the cadence of life, to the surroundings. It's like there's a song to it, okay? And I don't know why Spirit needs you to know that, but it can be a very specific message for a very specific person. But there's going to be a song to things, a rhythm to things, a poetry to things. We have the snake spirit. It's time to heal. This is such a powerful healing time. It is time to heal. It's time to shed the skin. And as you're healing, as you're shedding the past, it makes you feel more vulnerable, okay? So do be mindful of that. That you'll sit there and be like, oh, finally I'm breaking free. And then there's also going to be that feeling of like, oh, wow, now I'm more vulnerable. Oh my gosh, what's going on? And then you embrace that healing completely and you're like, oh, that was it. That's part of the soul's healing. That's why there's that bit of a blockage around it, because it brings a vulnerability with it that you find very disconcerting. You're like, wait. I have to be strong. I have to be confident. I have to be, set. And this makes you just a little bit vulnerable. And you can walk away from it. Don't walk away. Don't walk away. And then you have the sandpiper spirit. It says, be playful. Let joy in. Let joy, let play, let laughter in. You don't have to be so serious all the time. It's not good for you. It's not good for anybody. And then we have the swan spirit. Time for a deeper dive. It's time to dive deep into what you want, into your passion, into your glory, into your truth, into your fire. It's time to dive deep. It brings you then, oh goodness, to your subconscious spirit animal message, the starfish spirit, open to infinite possibilities. Don't think anything has to be set in stone. has to be this way or no way at all. Be open to the infinite possibilities. You'll be very surprised at what comes your way. Then we have your subconscious. What is this? Chakra, there we go, message, which is grounding. Look at the soil that you're planting yourself in. Look at what you are reading, what you are filling yourself with, the energy of the people that are around you, the foods that you eat. Are you planting yourself in nourishing, good soil? This is grounding yourself in your truth, in your prosperity, in your bounty, in healing. The Earth Star Chakra is located 6 inches below your feet. Look at your connection to the earth. Your subconscious person message. Ooh, goodness. Is the Death card. Scorpio energy. Dying away of the old self, a rebirth of the new. There's a transformation here. There's also a deep connection with the spirit world and this earthly plane. Psychic development. Okay? This connection of power, of grace, of truth, leading you, having you look at things differently. And you're sitting there and you're like, oh, maybe odd isn't bad. Maybe this transformation is something that is beautiful, is something that is absolutely needed, because it is. And you're going to see your soul transforming into something stronger, into something more than what you had expected. It leads you then to your subconscious tarot message, which is the 5 of Wands. Chaos. Subconsciously, there is chaos. There's kind of fighting for the sake of fighting, doubt for the sake of doubt. Now you're going to see yourself looking at that chaos and saying, no, I don't want this here. And it can be, at work, at home, every single avenue of your life. I want the peace. I want the stability. I want the structure. I want the love. And so the chaos is looked at and rejected, which can make the chaos kind of come at you a little bit harder, because it doesn't like to be rejected. It wants to be where you live, and it just isn't anymore. And it brings you then to going deeper into your subconscious, to the Empress. Now you've had the Emperor following you. Subconsciously, he is pairing with his Empress. There is beauty and prosperity and success. There is a coming together of the sacred masculine and the sacred feminine, the power and the wisdom. There is a sense of claiming a throne and claiming a power to your voice that you never thought you'd have. There is a beauty, there is an insight, there is a determination to you that is absolutely stunning. Don't let doubt, fear, and anger take it away. All right, Taurus, I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of your positive energy as you reject the chaos, as you reject the anger, doubt, and despair, and claim your throne and lead your troops, yourself, your power to success. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Taurus.